Hey, what's up guys? It's Dan again from CryptoCamacho.com. And hey guys, today I want to quickly review a new ICO, new exchange in development called Binex.Trade. So the reason I want to introduce and really just kind of explore Binex.Trade with you guys is because they offer a pretty unique way of making money by using their exchange. So what Binex.Trade actually does is that you can actually get money back, get cryptocurrency back, up to 70% of the actual transaction fees that Binex.Trade would charge its users, right? So Binex.Trade is a new platform, a new exchange in development right now. It's an exchange that the team is building out. It's going to be ready in 106 days. Simultaneously, they're launching a token sale, the BEX token sale. It's just started. They've already sold 701,715 tokens. They have over 1,000 people participating in this, and they have a target of selling 19 million coins, guys, in their crowd sale. So the reason I think this concept, this platform is interesting is because Binex.Trade is building out a cryptocurrency exchange platform similar to like a Bitfinex, a Bittrex, a Binance, typical to the other exchanges that you see in the cryptocurrency space. But the twist on this is that Binex.Trade will be giving back up to 70% of the transaction fees to its user base, right? So what that actually means is if you invest in the BEX token or in Binex.Trade, the more transactions that happen on the exchange, the more money you'll actually get back from them because they're paying users back a large percentage of the transaction fees. So if you remember, Binance has an exchange as well, right? Binance does take a transactional fee. They actually give a portion of those transaction fees to their referrals, right? So I'm a Binance referee, right? So I tell people about Binance. I then get a commission from Binance, which is I think it's like 20% of the transaction fees that those users have signed up underneath me. So Binex.Trade, it's a little bit different, right? You don't necessarily need referrals to participate in this. You just need to own BEX tokens, and depending on the number of tokens that you own will determine the amount of money you get back from the overall program, right? So let's kind of go through this a little bit and show you exactly how it works. So if you do want to buy BEX tokens and participate in the token sale, click on this little orange button right here. If you want to just register for their platform, for their exchange, and actually just use the exchange and get paid back, you have to pre-register right here, and it'll open up in 106 days, so they'll notify you when that is ready. This is a very, very new platform, just launched, so they don't have even a whole lot of activity, but I'll show you here in just a moment what they do have. They have their social profiles set up. They have users starting now to find out about it, but I really just thought this concept was interesting because they're going to be paying back users a percentage of those transaction fees. So let's just read through this so you fully understand how this actually works, right? What is Binex.Trade? So Binex.Trade is a cryptocurrency exchange that aims to reinvent the sharing economics by combining the power of BEX token and decentralization to deliver profits to your stakeholders from our daily trade revenue. What are BEX tokens? BEX tokens are real utility tokens that entitle token holders up to 70% share of the daily revenue generated at Binex.Trade, right? So it's a utility token, right? It's used to transact, exchange, access products, so forth and so on. But so the daily revenue that's generated by Binex.Trade through transaction fees will be paid back. 70% of that will be paid back to its user base, the folks like you and I who own BEX tokens, right? So how is that revenue actually shared? The system will take a snapshot of the current BEX balance every 24 hours. And then based on the income per token, depending on how much money the exchange has actually made, the system will then credit the balance to all of the users' accounts based on the amount owed, right? Okay, so why should you invest in BEX tokens? Because BEX tokens are a instrument to generate recurring and passive income over time. It's also revenue shared every 24 hours. So every 24 hours, you're going to be getting revenue paid out by this exchange, right? The value of BEX may rise as the volume of trade rises as well. So the number of BEX tokens you hold, the value of those tokens will fluctuate with the market as well. So you have an opportunity to make more money as the market goes up, as the network size increases, as adoption increases, the value of the BEX token will also rise as well. So it's a decent opportunity there as well, right? What are the risk factors involved in buying BEX? Long-term growth is not guaranteed due to market volatility. regulatory environment that can impact business, right? There's definitely regulations that happen with these types of things, inability to establish a successful business, right? So the main thing here to note is that this platform, it's new. It's got a twist on some of the other platforms. It's a new business model. New business models a lot like this and others are going to be popping up all over the place throughout the cryptocurrency sphere now that we're in this cryptocurrency revolution, right? So it's important to realize that. It's important to know that. Just because this business model is a little different, it does not necessarily mean it's bad. It means it's different. It means that it could be a tremendous opportunity for you to actually earn money. If you're an early adopter in something like this, if you refer others, I think you can make a decent amount of money doing this. Aside from even referring, just buying BEX tokens and taking that daily payout is actually something to be worth considering, right? So here, how do the token economics actually work, right? So they have a supply of 21 million tokens created, right? 1 million are shared amongst the founders, advertisers. 1 million are distributed as pre-registration bonus to folks that register now. And then the remaining 19 are made available to users throughout the exchange just to buy and sell as they normally would, right? So commission will be paid on these 21 tokens in circulation depending on how much they are used and transacted on the actual Binex.Trade platform, right? So here's an example. If you earn and have 1,000 BEX tokens, right, this is what would happen. So if you own 1,000 BEX tokens and the exchange volume on a particular day is 10 million US dollars, right? If there's 10 million US dollars and they're charging 30.3% fee on that $10 million transacted, that means they have a pool of $30,000 for that day of revenue coming in, right? They would then take 70% of that revenue, or $21,000, and they would then divide that up to everybody who owns BEX tokens, right? And this is the projected income per day, depending on the amount of tokens you earn, right? Or you own, right? So if you own 1,000 tokens, after 30 days, you'll earn 30 bucks. After 1 year, you would earn $365, so forth and so on, right? So if you own 50,000 tokens, let's just do a little thought experiment here. If you own 50,000 tokens here, after 30 days, you would have $1,500 paid back by the exchange, right? So pretty interesting. And then it lists here the exchange volume for all these different exchanges. So for example, Binance does a pretty heavy volume. Let's say Polynex does 56 million per day. So they're paying out, if you own 50,000 tokens and they did 56 million in exchange volume per day, after 30 days, you'd get $8,500, right? But that's a lot of tokens to own. If you owned just 1,000 tokens, you would still get, after 30 days, 170 bucks almost, right? $169.58. So that's how it works. Pretty interesting concept here. They will, on their platform itself, they will offer margin trading. They will offer spot trading. They'll offer multiple currency pairs, obviously like many of the other exchanges do. They'll offer two-factor authentication. It'll be just like any other exchange, except you could earn money back by owning the tokens of the exchange themselves, right? So Binance and other exchanges do this slightly differently, but I think there's an opportunity here, right? And the team itself, it's relatively small, but there are, they do have experience. Go check out their LinkedIn profiles. Go check out the advisors' LinkedIn profiles. They're all linked here. You can go check that out. This token sale is reviewed on multiple ICO cryptocurrency websites, so check those out as well. You can see those all right here on their site. There's been some media coverage as well. And if you're interested, check out their Telegram channel and all their social profiles. I think it's worthwhile to check out. Now I want to take a little look at their white paper. It's not extremely long and detailed, but I think it gets to the point of what they're trying to do. So go ahead and check out that white paper and why they're actually developing this platform in the first place. If you go to bitcointalk.com, you're going to see some activity starting up right here. It's been here for about a month. So again, I am not necessarily, 100% endorsing Binance.Trade. I'm simply making you aware of Binex.Trade, and I'm making you aware that the platforms that are going to come out from now until the cryptocurrency markets go away, the tools coming out are going to be different. They're going to be unique. They're going to be different business models. Some of them will succeed. Some of them will fail. Some of them are going to blow up and be huge opportunities like you've never seen before, right? I remember the early days of digital marketing, and there was a lot of tools, a lot of technologies and software and programs, affiliate programs, and things that came up which made a lot of people money, right? I made a lot of money in those days when all these different things were popping up, and you can do so many different things. And if you get in early to certain programs and certain products and so forth, you can make a lot of money. Binex.Trade I'm bringing up because this seems to be one of those types of things, right? Where you can make a good amount of money if you get in early and you actually try out the exchange and do what they're actually saying. Only time will tell. I'm not guaranteeing this. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a CPA, so definitely this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go out, run and spend all your money on these tokens, but I do want you to be aware that opportunities like this exist. Opportunities like this are going to keep coming in the cryptocurrency market. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is a legitimate ICO. Let me know if you think this is a legitimate exchange that's about to launch. I'm excited about it. I think 70% return is very good to own a particular token. So would love to know what you guys think about it. All right, I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com. Hopefully this has been interesting for you guys, and if you haven't subscribed, please click on the little red button below, and I'll talk to you next time. See you guys.